Cry Macho comes from director Clint Eastwood, who stars in this film as well for the first time since The Mule. A longtime retired rodeo star is tasked with retrieving a man's son across the Mexico border, and a majority of this film focuses on their journey back to the US together. So recently I got my first time big boy job. It's with NFL Films. I graduated from college over a year ago and finally found something, hence why this review is coming out a little later than it usually would, because I've been very busy at the new job trying to figure out everything at the office, learning new things. It's a whole new process. But of course, I'm still going to pump out videos all the time. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to balance the two, and eventually I will. It'll just take a couple of weeks. Cry Macho is an HBO Max movie that also came out in theaters, a film I was looking forward to. And similar to how I was excited about Reminiscence on HBO Max because of Hugh Jackman, I was excited about Cry Macho only because of Clint Eastwood, a guy who has proven time and time again that he is one of the best directors to ever live. Personally, I loved Richard Jewell. I also cannot forget about American Sniper, Gran Torino, or Changeling. All those films by Clint Eastwood are great. But unfortunately, Clint Eastwood's last movie that he starred in and directed, The Mule, was underwhelming. That film could have been so much better than it was, though I held out hope for Cry Macho because I love giving people a second chance. However, Cry Macho is even worse than The Mule, but I do respect Clint Eastwood's direction and I still enjoy watching the guy on the screen. That's my biggest positive for Cry Macho. It's great seeing Clint Eastwood acting at the age of 91. That is something that is worth applauding. I want to shake this guy's hand. I want to say, God bless you for still acting at the current age you are, as well as directing. People dream about still being able to do their dream career at that age. It's commendable, honorable. Clint Eastwood is the man, a true Hall of Famer in Hollywood. And if you're looking for a movie that's relaxing, where you don't have to lay too much focus on the screen in order to understand what's happening in the story, this is the movie for you. It's quiet, it's calm, it has Clint Eastwood. That's all you really need. If you're looking for a chill night watching a movie, check out Cry Macho. It also has some really cute animals, which I can never get enough of. Dang, that's been here the whole time, hasn't it? I can tell that Eastwood was going for a Gran Torino vibe, where it's about this older man who is like a father figure to a younger boy. The boy doesn't have a good home life. His parents have mistreated him. He's looking for somebody to take him under his wing, and Clint Eastwood's character is the person to do so. So in a way, it's kind of a cute movie with those Gran Torino-esque moments that I never get tired seeing. But what kills Cry Macho for me is that it definitely feels like a 91-year-old man is behind the making of the movie. Because Clint Eastwood, while he's a legend, it's gotten to that point where he's so famous and he's so good at what he does, or at least he was really good at what he did behind the camera as well as in front of the camera, that we're at the point where everyone else involved at the location where they're filming probably just went along with whatever looked okay with Clint Eastwood. They definitely weren't going to say anything about how bad of a take might have been. If it looked okay and Clint thought it was great, they're probably just like, okay, Clint, yeah, good take. It's a very slow-paced movie, and exactly like how The Mule was, it's directionless at times. There are certain takes that I cannot believe made the final cut. Whoever was on set, what were you thinking? I mean, I get it. It's Clint Eastwood. You really can't boss the guy around at this point, but still, you might just want to go back in the editing room and find a better take than some of the ones we got in this film. There are a good amount of scenes that could have been cut from the film altogether, and it would not have changed anything in the story. There's a couple of plot lines in Cry Macho that I found completely unnecessary. It's the same exact thing that we saw in The Mule. There are things here that make no sense whatsoever to have in the grand scheme of the main story. A lot of the acting in general did not convince me. A lot of that probably has to do with the directing as well as the script, but because it's Clint Eastwood, I don't want to hate on the guy. The guy is a legend. He's made so many great movies, and as an actor, while it's getting hard to watch him on the screen, it's still fun in a way. Trust me, I am beyond okay with the Gran Torino-esque story, as well as having Clint Eastwood act once again, and maybe for the last time ever. I hope not. I hope we get him in a smaller role in the future. I don't think he can really handle as large of a role as this anymore. But let's be real, the adorable animals are what gets this movie above the 30 percentile for me. So I am giving Cry Macho a 41%. The situation for Cry Macho was that the man who was in charge of the entire project, in this instance, Clint Eastwood, is a tad bit too old at this point in his life to truly remember how to make the great movies that he once made. But it's Clint Eastwood, somebody who I love, so I give the guy a pass. But if you guys also happen to see Cry Macho over the weekend in either theaters or on HBO Max, be sure to let me down below in the comment section what your thoughts are of it. And as always, if you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.